Some people may get introduced into a paralegal, and the first question that they ask is, what is a paralegal? The second question that they're going to ask is, well, what is the difference between a paralegal and a lawyer? So I'm going to break both questions down. What is a paralegal, and what is the difference between a paralegal and a lawyer? Let's start off with what is a paralegal. A paralegal is an individual qualified by training, education, and work who is employed by a lawyer, law firm, corporation, or government agency who performs legal work for which a lawyer or that government agency or that corporation is responsible for. With that being said, a paralegal can only perform legal research or duties under the supervision of a lawyer. Now, you may ask why a paralegal can only perform legal duties or legal research under the supervision of a lawyer, and that is because a lawyer goes through rigorous training and have to have a certain amount of education to practice law, compared to a paralegal. You don't have to have a certain amount of education, or you don't have to practice law in order to become a paralegal. To become a paralegal is pretty lenient. It's pretty basic. It's not a lot. All you have to do is obtain an associate's degree, which is 2 years worth of schooling. Or another way to become paralegal is by obtaining a certificate from a ABA approved school. ABA stands for American Bar Association. They certify all law schools and all lawyers and all paralegals. So you can obtain a certificate from an ABA approved school. Along with that certificate, you have to have 4 years of work experience within that field. On average, a paralegal can make, on average, about $50K a year. It's not a lot, but it balances out based off the requirements that's required to become a paralegal. The pay for a paralegal is a big difference between a lawyer, because a lawyer has to go through a lot in order to become a lawyer, and we're going to actually get into that. Now, first off, what is a lawyer? A lawyer is an individual who provides advice and represents businesses or individuals during legal proceedings and disputes, and are compensated for that service. Again, lawyers are compensated for providing legal advice, representing businesses or individuals during legal proceedings, or anything. They get compensated for that service. They can get compensated for that service based off their educational background. Now, a lawyer, they work for themselves. They could, start after law school. A lawyer can work for themselves. They could immediately after law school start their own firm, or if a lawyer chooses not to start their firm, they can immediately go work for one. Now, in order to become a lawyer, you have to spend about 7 years of education. So that's 4 years, aka a bachelor's degree. You have to obtain a bachelor's degree. Once you attain your bachelor's degree, you can then go to law school. Law school is about 3 years. So yeah, that's average. So it adds up to about 7 years worth of education. Once you complete law school, you get your Juris Doctorate degree, and now you're officially a lawyer. You could go start your own firm, or you could go work for a firm. On average, a lawyer makes about $120K a year. That's 6 figures. So again, a lawyer gets paid a lot, which it adds up because of the amount of training, the amount of education, and the amount of experience that's required in order to become a lawyer. Now, the job growth for a paralegal and a lawyer is a different. There's a huge difference for job growth. For 2019, a paralegal, the market for a paralegal was about 6%. The market for a lawyer was about 7%. Now, in 2020, this year, the market for a paralegal is going to skyrocket to about 15%. So there is a need for paralegals in 2020. Compared to a lawyer, It's going to jump up to about 8%. It's really not a huge market for lawyers compared to paralegals. The reason why people, why law firms are in need for paralegals is because the short amount of time it takes in order to become a paralegal. Compared to a lawyer, it takes a while, so it's going to be a minute before a law firm can acquire a new graduate from law school. So yeah, that's the difference. That's a small difference between a paralegal and a lawyer. Hopefully you have a better understanding of what a paralegal is and what a lawyer is and the difference between the two. Hopefully with this information you can inform other people on what a paralegal is and what a lawyer is and the difference between the two. I hope you found this information very helpful, and thank you for listening and watching. Thank you.